Welcome back, class, to another live stream of Animation Collab, where I collaborate with other content creators in my animation laboratory. And today we're going to continue the collaboration with Andy from Attack, Detect, Defend. I did say it correctly this time. His YouTube channel deals with cybersecurity and how to prevent hacking attacks, and I've been collaborating with him on a cybersecurity video concerning the MITRE attack system. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. You'll probably only really know about it if you deep dive into cybersecurity and want to understand what that's all about and how a hacker could attack you potentially. I know quite a bit about that thanks to Andy and this series, which has been running for over a year now. Granted, not every day and not 8 hours a day, so, but I did start last year, and I've been animating every so often, bit by bit, this 8-minute animation, so you can imagine how much work that is if it's been a year since we started this series. And as I like to do during Animation Collab, I like to open it up to the audience. So if you have any questions while I'm animating about After Effects, about motion design, about the animation that I'm working on, do leave a comment or write me in the chat if you're watching this live. The whole series is available as replays on my Twitch and YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up, you can, but it is not necessary to understand what's going on. You can jump right in, so don't worry. I know it does say number 53 of this episode, or it's actually the numbering of Animation Collab. It's episode 53 of Animation Collab, regardless of the collaboration. But yeah, if you're curious about what's going on, I think my heater is currently going on, so I need to take off my cardigan because it is a little toasty in here. And I'll also move that out of shot, just keeping my background nice and tidy. Although my face is admittedly quite dark, but that's because I usually sit opposite a window where there is usually sun, but not at 6 p.m. In wintertime. So we are working with backlight, but no front light. So sorry about that. But yeah, let's get started. I kind of jumped into the stream not really preparing much, so I still need to open my file. And so here's a little bit of light on my face when I open something that is less dark, but it does also reflect off of my glasses. It is what it is. Okay, so need to find the project file, open that up, create a copy. I always create a copy for each day I work on a project. Today is the 23rd. Oh, I think the file I was working on at work, I actually dated it 22nd. I'm a day behind. Okay, well, sometimes I'm confused. Okay, so yeah. Just waiting for After Effects to start up, and now I don't even know which version of After Effects I'm using. Oh my god, unable to execute script at line 81. Okay, that's my script, my color script, that apparently does not work in its current state. That's okay. I don't think I'll be needing the color script for this session. So let me make this a little smaller. Oh, this is the small screen version of it? Oh dear god. Give me a second. Oh, I see. Okay, it doesn't want to do how I want it to do. Okay, I will bring you into the mess that is my After Effects. I updated my After Effects to the latest version, but then very quickly realized that I should not be doing that. But then that caused all of my saved, like the way I set up all of my stuff to be super messy. And it kind of messed up my After Effects because it didn't keep my user profiles. So that's super annoying. But anyway, here we are. I think I had this differently. I think I don't remember how this was. I think this was like this. And this was like there. Sorry, just give me 1 second and I'll figure this out. Okay, I think this is how it was. So then I can hide this little preview thing and I can be in here. You know what? Actually, there is a way of adding a little window just for yourself. I've seen Jake Bartlett and also Evan Abrams do that, and it has like their name in the corner. I wonder how you do that. Probably through an empty script type of thing. I've never tried that before. Let's put that here. Let's keep this here. Okay. Why is my project closed? This should not be a stacked panel group. Okay, now I think we're all set up. Good. So we've got the new scene happening here. So basically this happens, and I also noticed, oh yeah, it is crawling. It's crawling now. And then at some point we've got scene number 8 happening, which is persistence. So now I need to figure out how to set all of this up, or how I want this set up. So let's open the, let's open the storyboard. Storyboard. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, I'm a little dazed. Okay, here we go. This is the storyboard. And we are currently over here. Yep, so this finishes and this sort of pops up and this execute comes in. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to, what is this? Oh yeah, that's the, yeah, okay. So don't need this. First we need this. Well, actually, we need a separate version of this. So, and everything else needs to be away. We don't need any of that. And where is this? Where is that? Oh, I didn't turn it off. Okay. Cool. Should we listen to a little bit of music? I've got some lo-fi playlists. We can just turn those on. So it's not quite so quiet. Okay. Okay, so I have the execute. Oh, I've already expanded it. So what I need to do, and I put the stroke width on it. Wow, this is what 2 weeks do to you. You don't remember what you've done. Okay, so this pops up, this bar grows, this number grows, then it goes away, and then we've got the other stuff that comes on screen. So, and this has to come back. I think I'm just gonna have... Yeah, I'm going to create a precomp of this, and this is, oops, 080A XC. And I'm going to make this blue. Oh yeah, I should have probably kept that in here because it makes the pre-comp the same size as the parent comp, but I don't want that. I just want this to be like this size, probably. Yeah, let's make it this size. Then I can move that to the center. Let's make this a nice rounded number. Save. And then I'll have to reposition it. Okay. And I don't need that anymore. And I'll just create a duplicate because I'm gonna need that one later again. But right now I just want it to be in the center, and I want it to be quite large. I wonder if I turn this on, if the stroke effect is going to be applied to the comp as well. Probably not, but let's see. Yeah, the stroke is getting larger, so that does not work. I could make it a larger size instead. And then I'll just... Oops. Yeah, let's make this like twice the size. If I make it larger like this, yeah, the lines stay the same. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have this one at 100%. What's my percentage sign? And like a minute in, it'll be the larger size, and I can just use that time Wait, actually, this will be the 100%, and this will be... I wonder if I can make it... I guess I could... You know what? I know what I can do. I can make this an essential graphic. I can just add this scale in here. And then I can keep... Yeah, I'll do it like that. I think that's the best way of doing it. So now I need this number to go up. And I forgot, I haven't done that in so long. I forgot how that goes. I think I may have a resource, an expression for that. Where you can replace like the percentage sign. God, I have like a million of these expressions. Mission path. Definitely used to have an expression with this, but I haven't used that in so long. I have an expressions RTF file. These are, yeah, no, super basic expressions. Maybe I should go to this link. Let's see what this person has to offer for expressions. Motivate. Yeah, these are just your regular run-of-the-mill expressions. Okay, let's do a little search. This music is a little high, I think. Oh, what? So he is separating it with a colon. I wonder if I can do that with... Okay, I can probably do that with percentage. Okay, so I can probably do that. Math.floor. I don't want it in seconds, but that's okay. Yeah, let's do it like that. So I'll need a slider on here. Let's find... Oh no. Where are my expressions? Oops. This is huge. Oh, I see. Alright, so this is our counter, I guess. And we're going to animate this from 1 to, I don't know how long, but to 100. 100. And in here, I'm going to call this slider and call it slider. End it with a semicolon. Whoops, why is there a scale? Oh, no, I don't want the scale. Slider, okay. Then I want... Yeah, I don't want this, so... percentage equals... And he's using MathFloor. You can use MathRound, but... Let's see what MathFloor does. I've never used that before. And what do you need? It's slider times... Well, in my case, it's just slider. And then I can do percentage plus percent. Yay! Nice. Doodaloo. And then I can also map, so I can find this blue thing. That's just the outline. This little blue bar, which is a rectangle path. I can unlock this and... Ooh, I need to add an expression to the shape position. Let's see. Anchor point, shape layout, rectangle. Okay, this is it. Bottom left. Doesn't need to be bottom left, but I can apply this to the position of this. And that doesn't work for some reason. Oh, I see. Yeah, it needs to be the correct content, which is this one. So it was group 4. That's what's incorrect about it. Okay. Oh, yeah, sure. Let's do that. And then I can do that, but first I need to move it. And I can use this, I guess. Where did I move it to now? No. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, great. And now I can slider equals this guy, and then I can have slider, whoops, and value 1, because that means I'm not changing it. Whatever the value is will stay the value. And then it moves with the slider. Oh, but it doesn't move to 100%. Ooh. Oh, right, because this is pixels. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so yes, I will still keep this expression, but not on the size of the rectangle, but instead on the scale, because the scale is by percentage. So I'll put it here instead. And that should work. Yep. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Now we've got a nice little rig here for that. And we've got this going on. And then as part of the essential properties, I can have one that is larger in size and one that is smaller in size. Yay! Okay, and I can put this in the center of the comp. I'll throw a pop-up preset on this with a inertial bounce. And I'm in here. And that's obviously way too fast, but that's okay. And I've got the execute one. So what needs to happen? First, we've got the execute one. And then when Andy says doing something they shouldn't is when it finishes. Doing something they shouldn't. Let's pause that music. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Okay. And now we want to hear Andy.
Applied. The next obvious step is execute. This could be technical, such as domain names, IP addresses, or public facing.
No, no, no.
The next obvious step is execute. This could be technical.
Oh, let me change my numpad. This should not be looping. Entire duration. Okay. That was not set to the correct setting.
The obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system.
Oh. Is that what he says? Oh. Oh, this is a really long sentence for not a lot of things happening. So I think I can start this here because this is a little late. Okay, this is not... I didn't design this well, basically. Didn't design enough graphics for this portion, but let's see if I can make it work. Okay, and now I think I need to make the execution slightly larger. So the same size as initial access, for example. So I need to see what the size of this is. It's at 50%, okay. And also the position needs to be like initial access. Let's see if I can just copy paste that. Yep, great. Why is it going down? Oh, I'm using the wrong pop-up method? Oh, it's okay. It's only for a very short moment. Well, it's technically not the end, but...
Step is execution, which involves running this code on a targeted system. System. The techniques used in this early
And I think I'll... Actually, this is execution. I'm going to just separate those two. So this exe actually becomes a template because now I'm using it in two separate comps. And then I can remove everything else from this file. And then we have... And I think the blue bar is like... That's weird. Feels like it's yeah, it's like too high, but I can't see that here. That's so strange.
The techniques used in
Now let's go to the next one, which is persistence. And I think I'm going to animate it slightly differently just to give it a little bit more time to be on screen. So we don't have this execution here. I don't have this here. What we do have is this one. But not that one. First we want initial access. Let's be 50. No, I can't. Okay, it's fine. So this is the first one. And I'm going to animate the text position at some point. So this is going to happen later. Right now I want the text position at 960. What was the text position of this one? Let's keep the same one here. Oh, we didn't take 183. 183. And now I need that mailbox again. Envelope. So this whole envelope thing is not a pre-comp. Why is this all... needs to be a little bit of a space before the next text pops up. Okay, so then we've got initial access, and I still need that envelope. So I need to figure out. So in this TV, we've got the mailbox. Is that 3D? Oh, right, because the letter opens later. I think I'm just gonna take the mailbox without all the other stuff. Oh god. What are all these things? Okay. Don't need any of those. Don't need that. Huh. Whoa. Okay, I see. Yeah. Doesn't need to keep scaling. Why is it like this? What the hell is happening? Oh, why? Why is it like this now? What is happening? Okay. Hello! Welcome, Happy Light. I've been okay. Been busy working at the new job. So, scaled back on some of the live streams, but happy to be back, and I'm actually thinking of how I can create some more content for the YouTube channel. For the YouTube channel. Yeah, because I think the live streams, they're fun, but I think they're serving you guys or me. And I think maybe some more tutorial style videos would be more appropriate, more interesting, more fun. Yeah, have I been taking care of myself? Well, I think so. I mean, the job actually has provided quite a lot of stability, not just financially, but also schedule-wise. I thought I was good at, like, time management and scheduling and all of that, but I rarely, while I was still freelancing, was able to get ready for bed before 12, which means I probably was going to bed at 1. I was not reading, I was on my phone and then scrambling to go to bed. And now I actually get up off the couch at 10. I go brush my teeth, do everything that I need to do to get ready for bed, and then I read for an hour, like every night. So that has been an extremely positive change for me. Well, change, it's going back to my healthy routine rather than, you know, sitting on the phone and doing that. So, yeah, thanks. It does feel a lot nicer, and after 2 weeks of absolutely excruciating onboarding, learning about the company, learning about the client, doing a bunch of trainings and sitting in Zoom meetings, I am now finally actually full-time animating. I've already created a lower third for a whole video series that's going to be produced over the next year. I'm currently creating a intro, outro / title card, also as a Mogurt, so like fully customizable. I'm so in my element. It does sound exciting. It is absolutely exciting. I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into getting this job, because on the surface it's kind of a corporate job with a corporate client, but I'm now discovering that basically everything they told me in the interviews is true. They were not bullshitting. It is a new department. I'm kind of sort of heading up that department, not entirely, but like I will have a sort of managerial role, but I'm still going to be animating. I'm just going to be kind of getting help from illustrators and video editors, and I'll be kind of managing the time and resources of those people so we can kind of produce things together as a team. So that's really cool, and so far, maybe this is because I'm new, but so far nobody's been on my back about my designs. I'm just kind of doing essentially the same thing I was doing freelance, just kind of playing around with scripts and expressions and making cool designs, and nobody's telling me what to do. So right now it's pretty sweet. Life is sweet. But let's see how it goes. I mean, I was told that the first month I'm not expected to really be working, or like well, I'm just kind of getting to grips with the company, and within the first 3 months still kind of getting more acquainted with how things work. So I think maybe they're just leaving me alone right now to get used to working there, and maybe it'll get a little bit more involved later on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll turn on another lo-fi playlist. I don't usually play lo-fi when I'm animating, but right now it's just the vibe, you know? Yeah, maybe they will grind me eventually. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I've learned how to set boundaries, although yesterday I did work more than my allocated hours because I was so deep in my build, in my Mogurt template, that I didn't want to let go. But yeah, I try to always keep within the hours that I'm allocated and not go above, because that will definitely lead to burnout. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Thanks. Yeah, I really hope it's gonna stay this way. Right now it's super positive. Like, you should have seen me the first 2 weeks. I was in tears. Like, I was literally, I cannot sit in another bloody Zoom meeting. It's not Zoom, but I'm calling them Zoom meetings because everybody knows what that means. And it was just, it was very difficult for a creative who's not used to a corporate environment where you sit in a bunch of meetings. And it wasn't the meetings problem, the fact that I was in meetings, that's not really the problem. I deal well with meetings when it's about something that I work on, but when it's things like our quarterly revenue and this is what SAP is, I'm still not sure what SAP is, and you know, like, I don't want to trash this company. It's not at all their fault. It's, you know, the procedure that you have to go through, and I think it's, to a certain extent, important for a new person like me to kind of understand how this company functions. So I'm not trashing the company at all. It was just really difficult to get used to being in meetings that are not about creative work, but about, like, how the company functions and, like, engineering culture. Like, it was a lot of engineering and statistics and, I guess, financial meetings. So yeah, that was really tough, and I felt for a moment that was it. Like, that I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to work on yet. And so the impression I got was, oh, so this is it. This is my life now. I'm going to be in meetings and I'm going to be managing people who create stuff, and that's it. So now I'm really happy to find out that it's not like that, and I am actually creating things, and it's not a purely managerial position. Yeah. So I'm glad that it shows that I'm happy, because I am. I really am. At least right now, I have a lot of freedom and I can just play around with my designs, which I really love. I got a little bit, not stuck, I got a little bit carried away with my design today. I think I was making it a little bit too intense. Too many options. But I don't know, I want to be able for my design to be so modular, like so adaptive, that you could use it for almost anything in a video. I mean, for this series, at least. So, let's see. Let's see if all the work was worth it. I still have a few more things to do for this design to be finished, but welcome to the world of machines. Yeah, it really did feel that way, but I'm out of the tunnel now. I'm back in the design world, so wish me luck. Wish me luck that this will go well. Let's time this mailbox here. So let's see, we've got yeah, I think that's kind of shooting out nicely. Maybe a little late. Maybe this needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shorter. It's gonna be amazing. Let's go. Yes. Yeah, I am. Oh, that looks super weird. That looked very, very weird. I think this just needs to be closer. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I hope so. You never know, right? And also, a position changes over time, things like that. You never know how it's gonna be down the line. And I think that's important. It's important to continuously... Oh, this is so loud, the music right now. I think it's important to continuously evaluate any project you're on, not just a full-time job, also a client, also any type of relationship you have. You know, it's good to evaluate as you go. I think I don't want it to be fully out like that, and maybe I want it to be slightly larger, and maybe I don't want it to be something like this. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, really appreciate it. Have a good night, and hope to see you in 2 weeks when I'm back with Animation Collab. Still trying to figure out my schedule, but yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be streaming next Tuesday, the Tuesday after next, in 2 weeks. See you! Bye! And for anyone else out there, if you are watching, do say hi in the chat. I do love chatting with anyone who's watching live. I don't like this turn. That's... Maybe you should... No, that's weird. I do want it to stay, like, slightly rotated, but then I feel like it's not rotating enough. Maybe this needs to be minus 30. Whee! But yeah, now we can see it. I'm saying bye to the viewer, not to the stream. I did think that as well as I was saying it. I'm like, is this going to confuse people? Apparently it did confuse people. I am still staying. I am going to animate a little bit longer before I head off. Can you see the... but it's going like slightly over. Can I move it lower? Can I move it lower? No, I cannot move it lower. Okay, then I guess I will have to scale it. 20. So, what have you been up to today? Oh, I think that works. But I don't like the rotation. It's not enough. More rotation. Maybe I should keep it like this. Maybe it should rotate the other way. What does it look like here? It goes out like that. See, it looks way nicer that way. Minus 15. Maybe I just need to move it out a little more. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. But I do need to move it slightly to the right. So it's in line with the heading. And now I need to time it with the audio. We are slightly ahead with the audio, so I'm actually at this point. But I think it's okay. So common next is a more reliable method that's easier to run code. There is a program called Adobe Animate. However, Adobe Animate is usually for hand-drawn animation. So if you're familiar with Flash, what did it used to be called? Macromedia Flash, I think. That was the pre something. That's what Adobe Animate used to be. Right. Okay, so you are familiar. Great. So Flash used to be Adobe Animate. It was bought by Adobe a long time ago. It was Flash for a good long time before it changed its name to Adobe Animate. And what you do there is you often do kind of frame-by-frame animations. So you draw a frame and you can have skinning, which means you have different stages of transparency so that you can make kind of frame-by-frame animations, also used in game game animation. At least that's when I used it at uni. I used it for that because you can add JavaScript code into it and you can make things reactive. So it's often used for this type of stuff, for like frame by frame animation. So hand drawn, morphing kind of animation, kind of organic animation. And the type of animation that I'm doing is called motion graphics or motion design. And you often work with static graphics that you animate. So this is a rigid graphic, essentially. Let me click on it here. So this is a rigid graphic, and I'm making it move by rotating it, changing the position, the scale, adding things like bounce. So they're in the same family, but they're just slightly different methods of digital animation, you could say. Yeah, I mean, you could say that After Effects is limited to rotation and scaling. It's not exactly like that. You can do a lot of other things with it. You can do shape animation as well, so similar to what you can do in Adobe Animate. It's slightly different though, because you're not drawing. So in Adobe Animate or Flash, you can do actual like drawing and morphing type of animation. It is shape-based, so it is vector-based as well, I think. Or is it bitmap? I'm not sure actually. I'm not super familiar with Adobe with Animate. I used to use it a long time ago, but I kind of specialized in After Effects a long time ago as well. But you can do a lot of things like this, for example. This is a path animation, so I can manipulate this path as well as change position, scaling, and rotation and stuff like that. But I can also do things like this modular animation, this text here. So this text is completely modular. And modular meaning it can change and adapt responsively to changes. So I can put a different text here and it will adapt the size of the graphic, and it will also adapt the length of the animation to fit the length of the text. And this type of thing, what I'm using here, it's a text layer. That's not the text layer. This is the text layer. I'm using shapes and strokes and things like that. So I actually specialize in this type of animation. I make a lot of MoGUTs is what they're called, motion graphics templates with code. So the way this works is with a lot of code. It's called expressions in After Effects. I'll zoom in a little bit. That's not the zoom. So it's called expressions. Oh, I just realized that my face is on here and it's the wrong way around. Okay. Let me grab this. Can I copy and then paste this as a reference? Paste reference. Okay. So weird. Sorry, my setup is kind of broken. Oh dear God, what is happening? Okay, let me copy this again. Oh dear. Paste reference. Yes. Okay. Yay! Okay, now I look the same. Okay, so so this is the code, and it's called expressions, but it's based on JavaScript, and you can make things do stuff, like this box be the size of the text, however big the text is. You started the render, went to bed, render has issues, I cried on the inside. Yes, that is a common feeling when working with After Effects and Adobe in general, so... Okay, yeah. I mean, After Effects is also often used for creating graphics to be used on top of video, so it's often in combination with Premiere Pro. This is how I use it often as well when I do editing in Premiere Pro. I bring in either this type of MoGood, which you can like export as a little file, and then you have a bunch of like setups like this, and you can like change stuff here, and you can do the same in Premiere Pro. Like I create those very often. Or you create an animation that you can bring in as a linked comp. Do I do commercials? Kind of. Yeah, I guess I've done a few commercials. Not on the regular. I can show you a few that I've done. They're on my website. If you want to visit my website, you can look at all of my work. But 2 commercials that I've done were these. Oh, I just realized that I'm still zoomed in. Sorry about that. So this is one commercial that I did. It's an event trailer for a bookshop franchise here in Germany. And I fully animated this. The graphics were by the company. They were already created. But I took the text and I kind of made this sort of animation. The sound effects were made by Hugendubel, which is the bookshop franchise. And it was advertising this event last year. So I animated this, and then I also animated this, which was, it's a soft drink company here in Germany. And I'm not German, I'm Slovak, but I do speak German. I grew up in Germany, and I've lived here for some time, but I've also lived in the UK for a while. So yeah, I'm currently based in Germany. And yeah, so I've done a few ads. I've also done a few ads that I'm not showing on my website that are were for when I was working at an agency. So yeah. Yeah, I lived in the UK, so I adopted a little bit of that British accent, but I'm all over the place, really. Yeah, I love this animation. Every time I look at it, I'm like, yeah. Not that I want to toot my own horn, but I love the graphics. I didn't create the graphics. They were pre-created for the brand, but they're so cute. Look at this guy. So cute. So yeah, I do a little bit of ads, a little bit of explainer videos. I used to work at a explainer video YouTube channel, and so kind of when it comes to ads, I often do ads that explain things. So it's not your typical ad that runs on TV. It's more of a, like this ad, it's like actually explaining the product, and it's why is the product like this? Where is the product from? How is it produced? So I'm more in this sort of explainer video realm that can be marketing content, it can be ad content, it can be longer form, sort of information, edutainment is the term for that. So yeah, that's kind of my world, which is why I'm animating this video about cybersecurity for Andy. And let's have a look at that storyboard. What am I supposed to be doing, actually? So I'm animating it slightly different to how it is here, but I think that's okay. And I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pre-comp this. I'm going to pre-comp this and make it 090A, and this is initial access. One word. So Andy, the question is for whom? So Andy is a cybersecurity expert, and he has a YouTube channel called Attack, Detect, Defend. Andy, you need to change the name of your channel. I cannot pronounce it properly. Oh no, don't worry about it. It wasn't overtly correcting you. So Attack, Detect, Defend is Andy's YouTube channel, and he creates cybersecurity videos, mostly screen capture videos, but sometimes different style videos with little animations like this. So the person you're hearing right now is Andy.
Against a little-known registry key that can be abused to launch code whenever any.
Ah, look at that smooth voice. So this is the type of video that he creates. He kind of shows what a hacking attack might be, how you might be able to prevent that, and other things that, you know, cybersecurity related things. And we've come together to collaborate on one of his videos, and this video that I'm animating now, I have a little fly in my room, is called a MITRE ATT&CK. It's the MITRE ATT&CK framework, and it explains how a hacker might try and attack a system, the various different, it's aimed at novices, I would say. I would definitely say it's aimed at novices because I didn't know a lot about the MITRE ATT&CK system, about cybersecurity in general. And working on this video has actually taught me a lot. So I think watching this video would be very insightful for anybody who doesn't know anything about this topic. I think Andy's channel is more targeted at people who are maybe have a larger interest in cybersecurity or are more familiar with it, maybe not absolute novices, but then again, you might find a video that is for novices. I think he has a wide range. Would security people hate waiting for animations to finish? I don't know. I think animations, especially in this explainer video type of way, are quite approachable. They make a video more interesting, more digestible. But yeah, in this case, in the animation that I'm creating for Andy, it's definitely I'm illustrating what he's saying rather than showing exactly what's happening. And Andy's videos, as you can see with this screen capture, is definitely more about showing exactly the steps of doing something specific, whereas this is more of a storytelling type of, you know, way of showing or sharing information, let's say. Okay, let's see where we need to change scene. Let's just say it needs to move at this point. Oh, yeah, and also this needs to be longer. So for now, I don't think this needs to 170, 480, okay. I don't think this needs to go anywhere. But this needs to be at 480, okay. Yeah, I could see why some experts would gravitate towards article instead of videos. If you want to find a specific type of information, it would make sense that you'd specifically want to just read up about it and not have like a fancy video. So I guess it is more entertainment, I suppose. Now we want the vertical line to come in. And I need to create a... That's the horizontal line. I need the vertical line. course it's the other way around. And also this needs to get smaller at this point. Oh, I guess it also needs to move up a little bit as well. Ooh, it needs to be a lot smaller. Oh, I see. At this point, it actually doesn't need to be so small. No, it probably should be. Okay. Yeah, there is a tendency of bad research in the edutainment YouTube channel realm. Unfortunately, it is a kind of disease. Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to make a video on any topic that is fact-based and get enough information, which isn't an excuse for those channels. They should definitely, if you're going to position yourself as an expert in anything, then you need to make sure that what you're saying is backed up by facts. And at the very least, you should cite your sources that you've used for your video, so that if anybody wants to counter your claim, you know, they can say, oh, I can see you've used these sources, but you're missing this other source or this other information, you know. It's, none of us are perfect and faults can be made, but you should definitely, if you're going to, rely on facts, research those facts and cite those facts if you want to be taken seriously, basically. So yeah, edutainment, it can be good and bad. Depends. And you should definitely not rely just on edutainment videos to get your sources or your as a source of information, because you know, those are just made by people. They're not made by researchers. They're not made by scientists. So, or at least most of the edutainment channels on YouTube. So, this actually needs to be much smaller. But how much smaller? Not quite so small. Maybe like 60. Can you trust Andy? Well, Andy is an expert in what he does. He is a cybersecurity expert. Like, that's his job. He is a full-time cybersecurity expert. So he's not just a dude in a room who like looks at information and then makes videos about it. He makes videos on the things that is his full-time profession. So you can definitely trust Andy. But you know, as with anybody, whatever he finds as factual information might be refuted by somebody else. It might be refuted over time. You know, it's the same with any topic, any subject in any profession. You know, information changes over time, and some videos may become obsolete over time. That's always something to keep in mind. But when it comes to Andy, he knows his stuff. He's not just a edutainment YouTube channel. He actually does what he talks about. And I think this position isn't quite right. You can go to the library instead if that's what you prefer. But you know, library books are not updated like the internet. They are static and forever bound to be history. So there's that to keep in mind. But I suppose I do want this not at the top, but at the center. So maybe... Maybe I don't want this to get smaller just now. Maybe I want it to get smaller later. You think tech info from 1995 is valid? Sure! I mean, I'm sure it's true that a router connection has, I don't know, or a floppy disk is magnetic. I'm sure that information will stay true forever. The save icon is still the same. Well, I think it was updated. But yeah, you've got a point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna animate this all the way down. Ooh, it's interfering here, so gonna move that just a tad. And then at this point, we can have the next piece of text, which is execute, I think. I don't think I need to get rid of that. Actually, maybe I do need to get rid of that. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick in removing my keyframes. Execution. Why is that not in the same height? At the same height? This is at 183. Yeah, I guess I'll put this at 183 as well. 183. And execution has what icon is the execute button. And it's essentially... gonna steal this one. Oh, actually, I just realized I don't want to delete this. There we go, because I want it to be in that position. And I want it to be here, and I want it to be 100%. Actually, it can be a little larger. It can be like this large. And I can also move it down. Whoops, nope. Move it down. Okay. Yep. And then
or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method to use the attack may have involved a significant amount of risk recovery or
actually I think at this point we need to have the execution. Okay, let's see. I need to close these other things taking up space.
may have involved a significant amount of discovery.
How much time passes between this and that? It's kind of like 15 frames. Let's do that. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this can pop up. And this like scale thing, we'll push that right to the end. Don't want that right now. Maybe the envelope doesn't come out immediately, but like at this point. Give this voiceover a little bit more time.
The techniques used in this may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into So
Ugh. Significant loss of... maybe I should not keep them in here. Uh, hmm. And now we can have this scale and move. Because now I will have this move back up. 1, 2. To meet this horizontal line. Ooh, I actually want this to be starting from the center. So it's 50, 50. Whoops. Zero. And also needs to move up to allow for this. I don't know if that's gonna look good, but... oh, that doesn't work at all. Oh god, doesn't work at all. Ah! Well, let's not do that. Okay, and this does not disappear, but it does move up, and it gets smaller at this point in time. So it has a position, and it has a scale. Oh, actually, it's this one. Not that one. There. Nope, this is too high. And I guess at this point we can have the persistent text. Persistence. Oh, and this one disappears. Don't disappear. And then what happens? Hang on a minute. Alright, I'm back. Didn't realize it was already 8. I'm getting a little hungry. So I'll finish this little bit, just with the timing, and then there will be some circles and some pathways that are going to get added to this, but I think this should be about right now. I'm gonna update the markers here. And basically we want to finish with more advanced attackers are likely to configure multiple different methods of persistence.
So a common next step is to establish a multiple method of persistence so that it's easy to
Ooh.
So a common next step is then establish a multiple persistence so that it's easy to run cooking or simulate data.
There's a lot of empty space here. I didn't time this. Well enough. So this is where the multiple strings would appear. These ones. So let's see what we got so far. Let's watch it from here.
Step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user. Step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence so that which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't.
Animation.
So a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence so that it's which involves running
Something's up with the audio here. It's not correct.
Tactics can be applied. The next obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something.
Actually, maybe I want my execution to be until here. So actually, I want this to be show access. Actually, wait a second. I might want this to run until here.
Execution involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The technique used or perhaps relied on tricking and innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So
I want all of these. Let's see if I can use my fancy new tool, which is the time offset tool. Whoops, that didn't work. Maybe this? No. Oh, I see. It doesn't work like that. 2, 3. That way. Ah, okay, it doesn't work like that. Ah, it doesn't work exactly how I want it to work. Okay. Let's do it like this, and let's see if I can. Good.
It is gain access to a complement, let's say, more advanced tags are likely to confirm multiple different so that it's a more reliable method of persistence.
So I want persistence at this point. Oh, no. Oh no, what's happened? Oh no, it crashed. Okay.
So comment persistence have more reliable persistence.
Persistence. No, actually the text needs to start at this point, which means this needs to start before that. Yep. And I'll need to time remap this so that this animation actually finishes it at a time I want it to finish. And I want it to finish at this point. Oh. Oh no. This is not when it finishes. Oh no. Oh no. Enable time remapping again. Why is it so small? What is happening with the scale? Why is it changing? happening? Why is it getting smaller here? It shouldn't. Did I add some sort of scale in here? No. Why? What the hell is happening? Why is this getting smaller? Excuse me? The hell? Getting smaller. Uh, Maybe it has to be 150 point. I don't. What? What is happening? Why is this rescale happening? I don't understand. It's not happening here, is it? In the execution one? It's not happening here. I don't understand. Guess I can't use both of these. Well, that sucks. Yeah, as soon as I use this, something weird happens here. Well, hot damn, that sucks. Oh no. Oh, maybe it's the image cache? Oh, great. It's all kinds of fucked up. What the hell? I need some water. Still doing that. Well, that absolutely sucks. Because I thought I could use this. It happens regardless. It's because of the time remapping, but that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it is because of the time remapping. But I thought I didn't add the scale to this. I don't understand. Why is it doing that? Uh, um, I'm wondering if I can somehow... It's because of the time remapping. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's messing up with something. Also don't quite understand why this doesn't work. Why does this not line up? Actually, instead of doing this, I can just move them up together. That was not my intention. Oh. Ah. Okay. And then it looks something like that. Come on. I still don't like how this is jumping out of here. Okay, let's have a look.
Tactics can be applied. The next obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So, a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence, so that tactics can be applied. The next obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So, a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence, so that tactics can be applied.
Still a few things off with this. I don't like how this is just like stopping there. It's very abrupt. So maybe I'll just make this just a little bit longer and it can just drag out a little bit more. Just need to be more like that. And there's no bounce on this, which has to be there. I'm gonna try the time remapping again. See if I can force it to be here. No. It moves this scale as well, which is super annoying. Okay, one more time.
The next obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So, a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence, so that tactics can be applied. The next obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So, a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence, so that tactics can be applied.
Yeah, I think that's okay. There's still a few things I would maybe tighten up, but
some malicious code on a targeted system. The techniques used in this early stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So, a common next step is to then establish...
Maybe I'll just have to make this animation finish sooner. But if I finish it here, it is static for a really long time. It has to run at least until here, which is annoying. The lines are now not the same because of that. I think it's the only way. I don't think they're significantly different. It's still annoying though. You have to sometimes sacrifice something. In this case, it's my line consistency.
Used to doing something. So, next is to establish a more reliable method of persistence.
Also, one more thing. I don't like how this is appearing still. Maybe this just needs to be 100. Yeah, that's a little nicer. But it needs to be slightly before this. Maybe I will open the envelope. But no, I don't have the back. Damn it.
So
Maybe I'll bring the letter as well. Ah! Didn't want to bring the letter. There we go. Okay, scale. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, I've gone very quiet. I'm so focused on this right now. Oh, I just realized that the letter does not have outlines. Oh god. No, it's the other way around. This needs to be on top. This needs to be, oops, below. Did it look like in the other thing? So I do have letter outlines here. Okay, I'll use these letter outlines instead. What? Why is this not on top of the letter? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Why can I not see this? What? What just happened? Why is it not going back to its original state? What is happening? Oh, come on. Why? What's happening here? Why can I not reverse this action? Oh, this sucks. Oh, the fun of After Effects. Why can't I just reverse this? Why? Doesn't make any sense. something happened to the fill? The actual fuck? So I don't understand what's happening here. I don't understand why this is breaking. I have no explanation for this whatsoever. Like, even if I move this in front, it just doesn't exist. I don't understand. How is this possible? No effects. I don't understand. Oh, there's some sort of mask on it. What the hell? How is this mat? It's got a set mat on it. But why is that? Oh, it's not showing up here. God damn it. Ah, finally. It's got a set mat on it. I'm not sure why. Oh boy, that was annoying. Oh god.
Or perhaps rely on an innocent user to doing something they shouldn't. So
Actually, we can have this move away slightly later. 1, 2. Okay, and I think that finally concludes today's session.
The next obvious step is execution, which involves running some malicious code on a targeted system.
The techniques used in this early
Stage of an attack may have involved a significant amount of risk of discovery, or perhaps relied on tricking an innocent user into doing something they shouldn't. So a common next step is to then establish a more reliable method of persistence so that tactics can be applied.
Oh, the envelope finishes too soon. Too soon, too soon, too soon. All of this really does. Need to make this much, much longer. Okay. That's where we are. Well, if you stuck around this long through all of the annoyance of After Effects or me not seeing what the problem is, congratulations! You made it to the end of this stream. Thank you for sticking around. If you just stopping by, well, thanks for stopping by. Do leave a comment in the comments of what your favorite moment of this stream was. If you have any questions about motion design or motion graphics or After Effects, do let me know, and I hope that I can help, and I will try my best to help. And if you'd like to support me, if you like this content, of course, please give it a like, give a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also support me on Patreon. You can join the classroom, our online community, our motion design community on Patreon. That's the link is in the description. My god, this outro is not smooth. Or you can go to patreon.com/SonjaMGFX. You can also buy me a coffee on Ko-fi.com and on buymeacoffee.com. And with that, I will see you next time. And that will be in 2 weeks' time. I hope to see you then. If you'd like to be updated about my goings on, my live streaming schedule, and everything else that I have happening, I have a newsletter, and you can also follow me on Instagram. I'll see you then. Bye!